the clips, that's the stuff that sells.
Right.
You know.
But do y'all say the same thing for guys that argue with girls, like regular people,
Yes.
or do y'all call him a bitch?
I call him a bitch.
Yes.
That's some
Yes.
bitch
We'll be
shit.
going back and forth for like
Definitely
get out of here.
That's
Definitely.
so crazy though. That's so crazy that you guys see this is the problem. Like for
I've
instance,
seen him
we're
arguing with plenty of girls before.
mad girls, right? And
Oh,
here's the other thing. They better not act like they gonna hit me, square up like they gonna hit me, but it's not gonna go how they think it's gonna go. So
Why
I
are
don't
you in that situation?
no, we were talking about the Bible and shit. So but
you gonna stone her?
no,
Right.
this one girl was literally like, we're talking about it, and I'm being nice to her, and she's like, "Oh man, I should punch you in your face." I said, "Girl, you punch me in my face, it's gonna be the last thing you see for the rest of the night." Like that's not a thing. Why do women think they get to call men a bitch, get in our faces, this, that, and the third, and then you expect nothing in return? It just makes very little sense. But that's what happens on Kevin Samuel's show. The women are getting out of line, and then he puts them back in line, and it's a problem. It's weird to me.
Yeah, I think respect, regardless of gender, should just, I mean, it's just respect, regardless of gender.
Right.
And I think that it does happen often where I've seen women get just out of pocket. Like, and sometimes they push the envelope more with men than they would with women because they feel like men aren't going to hit them back. So we know that exists.
Yeah. And why would you call a man a bitch though? We don't call men don't say there's certain things men don't say. We don't tell each other suck my dick. We don't say that, and we don't call each other a bitch. Those things you can't do. But
if
then
you
women
do
just
bitch
feel like
shit,
oh, you're a bitch.
I mean, if you're doing bitch activity, then I mean,
Assness. It's the thing.
yeah. If you're doing bitch activity, now I'm not talking about just out of anger, when a woman is in an argument, oh, you know what, you bitch ass nigga. Like, no, we're not talking about that. But if you're legit doing bitch activity, that's valid.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's a difference between to your point, Ham. There's a difference between what men consider disrespect and what women consider disrespect.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, I'm not gonna say suck my dick to another man or nigga you a bitch because I know what that brings. That's you automatically agree and we go into the next level of conflict.
Yeah.
Right.
But I don't think women have that same understanding of respect or disrespect. So when they use words or terms that we wouldn't do, it's not the same as what we would use it as. You understand what I mean? Like a woman calling a man a bitch isn't an acceptance of the next level of conflict.
Let me
A
get
woman calling a man a bitch is a woman calling a man a bitch.
let me phrase just to make sure I'm understanding and we clarify. So like let's just use the people we have, right? Like P can say bitch, right? Not in just casually, right? When talking to women, and it's fine. Are you saying that would be like kind of like synonymous?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So you can't look at it in the same way as you and I calling each other a bitch because we know where that goes.
Right.
A man calling a woman a bitch is way more disrespectful than a woman calling a man a bitch. And a
I don't
woman's
know
eye.
about that. I don't know. I
Oh
don't know
yeah,
if I agree with
definitely.
I also look at it like this too, right? So, and for the record, I've only had maybe in my entire life 2 women tell me that they did not like when I said bitch. They were when they first met me, they were offended, and I was like, I literally call I say bitch more than I say nigga. It is genderless. It is a word. But I also look at it as this. So guys can fight. We do fight. You can't hit a woman. She can't beat you. So the only thing she's going to use is the words that she has to hurt you the same way you would hurt the next nigga that said the same shit to you. That is a woman's way of escalating, right? Now there are those that fight, but again, if we're looking at a power dynamic and the separation, that's what's going to happen.
Oh,
Yeah, I definitely agree. I mean, if women thought that if I called this man a bitch and that was an agreement to go to the next level of conflict, they wouldn't use the word like that. They wouldn't. Because
and women also handle conflict differently. Like we will go back and forth and argue, right? We'll go back and forth. Men, y'all aren't going to do that. It's only going to be but so much talking we're going to do, if any at all. So I think that's the difference between the two. I have found, and there are some situations where with men, and I've seen them argue, and I could be like, I can tell you around a lot of women in your life because you sit here and you will go back and forth with me. I've definitely seen that. And I'm sure some of you all can attest to that. You can tell like this certain male is around a lot of females, or he grew up with a lot of them in his life because he will sit there and go back and forth, and he didn't have that male or as strong of a male figure in his life, because most men naturally are just going to walk away. They're going to walk away. So I agree with that. Like when a woman is starting to go back and forth and we're saying things, we're not trying to automatically get physical, versus when it's two men together and they're going to go decide, okay, you say this, there's no in between. We're going to fight. It's going to get physical. So there is a difference. It's not right.
That's spot on, Alex. I'm 100 with you. That's spot on. The problem is that women want men to turn that natural switch off when it comes to a woman. That's a natural thing. Like Pierre said, men fight, boys fight. We've been fighting since we 3-4 years old. But when it comes to women, they want to be able to say whatever they want to say, but turn that level of conflict off. And that's dangerous.
I agree. Yeah.
So question Q. If a woman spit on a man, we should knock her ass out, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure we're on the same page with that.
That's mad disrespectful.
That's crazy, right?
That is super disrespectful, but
yeah.
I'm telling my son to knock her ass out. If a girl spit on my son, knock her ass out. She won't do it again.
That's straight. Indeed. Yeah. Yeah, I appreciate it. Any final thoughts on the topic from 20 minutes ago?
Yes, don't let these niggas peg you, sis. Or don't let.
I mean, if you into it, you should go ahead and
no, sir. He got some tendencies, no, sir.